Welcome to Solutions Studio. This is a free series on C programming language. If you like these videos, please subscribe to follow along with this series. Also, please like and leave a comment and share the video to help spread this series. Hello and welcome to this episode. In this episode, we are discussing about using character arrays to store and manipulate strings. So as you know that arrays can hold any type of data, although all the elements of a given array must have the same type. And using this definition, we are now discussing how to store strings in character array. So far, the only string processing capability that we were using was outputting a string with printf. So to initialize a character array with a string, we can use this statement. And in fact, in this statement, the character array string1 is being initialized using a string literal. This statement initializes the elements of array string1 to the individual characters in the string literal first. In this case, the compiler determines array strings1's size based on the string's length. The string first contains 5 characters plus a terminating null character. So string1 actually contains 6 elements. The escape character representing the null character is \0. All strings end with this character. A character array representing a string should always be defined large enough to hold the string's number of characters and the terminating null character. We can also initialize a character array with an initializer list of characters. As you can see in line 6, we have done so and we have initialized a character array with an initializer list of characters. But this can be tedious work and it's not easy to do so, as you can notice in here that even using the initializer list, we have included the terminating null character. You can also access the characters in a string directly using array subscript notation. The 0th element of string 1 is the character f. The 3rd element of string 2 is the character is, as you can see in here. 0, 1, 2 and 3, and that is. And the 5th character of string 1 is the null character. Even though we cannot see it in here, but it actually exists in the background in this string literal. And that's it for this episode. Stay tuned as we discuss character arrays in the coming episode in more details. Hello and welcome to this episode, and in this episode we discuss about inputting into a character array. As you can see here in the definition of string 2, we have defined string 2 capable of storing at most 20 characters. 19 of these characters are going to be normal characters, and the last character is going to be the terminating null character. So basically this string 2 will be able to hold 19 characters. Now you can see this scanf that has been used, and we are using this scanf function to store the string from the user and store it in this variable string2 array. Now you notice that we have not used the ampersand character. This is because if you are storing a non-string variable, it is not needed to use the ampersand character. And we will discuss about this later on in the coming episodes. So this scanf statement is totally correct and the ampersand operator is not needed. Now in this statement, scanf will read a string of characters from the user and it stores it in string 2. But it is the programmer's responsibility to ensure that the array in which the string is read by scanf is capable of holding any string that the user types at the keyboard. Because function scanf does not check how large the array is. It will read characters until a space or a tab, a new line, or an end of file indicator is encountered. So now we should make sure that the string 2 should not be more than 19 characters. And we should also remember to leave room for the terminating null character. Now to do that, we can tell scanf the number of characters that scanf can read from the user, and it can store it to the variable, and that is 19 characters. And using this method, we are preventing the scanf function from getting buffer overflowed. Otherwise, if the user enters more than 19 characters, a buffer overflow is going to occur for the scanf function and program is going to crash. Now you know that you should always specify the number of characters that you are expecting from the user and use that conversion specification here in the scanf function. And that's it for this episode. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to see you in the coming episodes. Hello and welcome to this episode, and in this episode we are outputting a character array that represents a string. So a character array that is representing a string can be outputted using printf function and using the %sign and is conversion specification. For example, you can print the character array string 2 with this statement. And just like scanf, printf does not check how large the character array is, and it displays the string's characters until it encounters a terminating null character. Now consider what will happen if for some reason the terminating null character was missing. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. And that's it for this episode. See you in the coming episode. Hello and welcome to this episode, and in this episode we are demonstrating how we are using character arrays in C programming language. As you can see in here, we have two character arrays. The first one is string 1, which we have specified the size here using a constant, and we have the second string, string 2, which we have defined it using a string literal. Then we want to prompt the user to enter a string no longer than 19 characters because we have defined the length of the string as 20 characters, so it can only fit 19 characters inside it with a null terminating character. And we will take those 19 characters using scanf. Finally, we want to print string 1 and also string 2. And then we want to print string 1 with spaces between each character. Now we will go through each one of the characters of string 2 by using a for loop. We will start from the index 0, we can go until size, and also we make sure that we are not encountering a null terminator. As long as we don't encounter a null terminating character, we are going to continue to iterate the for loop, and we will print each character of this string with a space between them. Now let's go and run this program. So enter string that is no longer than 19 character, we will enter hello. And as you can see, string 1, which was hello, is printed, string 2 is also printed, and string 1 with spaces between characters is also printed. And that's it for this episode. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to see you in the coming episodes. Stay tuned.